UCB 600, Article A, Application of UCB, the Uniform Customs and Practice for Documentary Credits, 2007 Revision, ICC Publication Number 600, UCP, are rules that apply to any documentary credit, including to the extent to which they may be applicable, any standby letter of credit. When the text of the credit expressly indicates that it is subject to these rules, they are binding on all parties thereto, unless expressly modified or excluded by the credit. UCB 600, Article 2, Definitions. For the purpose of these rules, advising bank means the bank which advises the credit at the request of the issuing bank. Applicant means the party on whose request the credit is issued. Banking day means a day on which a bank is regularly open at the place at which an act subject to these rules is to be performed. Beneficiary means the party in whose favor a credit is issued. Complying presentation means a presentation that is in accordance with the terms and conditions of the credit, the applicable provisions of these rules, and international standard banking practice. Confirmation means a definite undertaking of the confirming bank in addition to that of issuing bank to honor or negotiate a complying presentation. Confirming bank means the bank that adds its confirmation to a credit upon the issuing bank's authorization or request. Credit. Credit means any arrangement, however named or described, that is irrevocable and thereby constitutes a definite undertaking of the issuing bank to honor a complying presentation. Honor means A. To pay at sight, if the credit is available by sight payment. B. To incur a deferred payment undertaking and pay at maturity, if the credit is available by deferred payment. C. To accept a bill of exchange, draft, drawn by the beneficiary and pay at maturity, if the credit is available by acceptance. Issuing bank means the bank that issues a credit at the request of an applicant or on its own behalf. Negotiation means the purchase by the nominated bank of drafts drawn on a bank other than the nominated bank and or documents under a complying presentation by advancing or agreeing to advance funds to the beneficiary on or before the banking day on which reimbursement is due to the nominated bank. Nominated bank. Nominated bank means the bank with which the credit is available, or any bank in case of credit available with any bank. Presentation. Presentation means either the delivery of documents under credit to the issuing bank or nominated bank, or the documents so delivered. Presenter. Presenter means a beneficiary bank or other party that makes the presentation. Article 3. Interpretations. For the purpose of these rules, where applicable, odds in singular include the plural, and in the plural include the singular. A credit is irrevocable even if there is no indication to that effect. A document may be signed by handwriting, facsimile signature, perforated signature, stamp, symbol, or any other mechanical or electronic method of authentication. A requirement for a document to be legalized, be certified or similar will be satisfied by any signature, mark, stamp, or label on the document which appears to satisfy that requirement. Branches of a bank in different countries are considered to be separate banks. Terms such as first class, well-known, qualified, independent, official, competent, or local, used to describe the issuer of a document, allow any issuer except the beneficiary to issue that document. unless required to be used in document. Words such as prompt, immediately, or as soon as will be disregarded. The expression on or about or similar will be interpreted as a stipulation that an event is to occur during a period of 5 calendar days before until 5 calendar days after the specified date, both start and end dates included. The words to, until, till, from, and between, when used to determine a period of shipment, include the dates or date mentioned, and the words before and after exclude the date mentioned. The words from and after, when used to determine a maturity date, exclude the date mentioned. The terms first half and second half of a month shall be construed respectively as the 1st to 15th and 16th to the last day of the month, all dates inclusive. The terms beginning, middle, and end of a month shall be construed respectively as the 1st to the 10th, the 11th to the 12th, and 21st to the last day of the month, all dates inclusive. Article 4. Credit versus contracts. A credit, by its nature, is a separate transaction from the sale or other contract on which it may be based. Banks are in no way concerned with or bound by such contract, even if any reference whatsoever to it is included in the credit. Consequently, the undertaking of a bank to honor, negotiate, or to fulfill any other obligation under the credit is not subject to claims or defenses by the applicant resulting from relationship with the issuing bank or the beneficiary. A beneficiary can in no case avail itself of the contractual relationship existing between banks or the applicant and the issuing bank. B. An issuing bank should discourage any attempt by the applicant to include as an integral part of the credit copies of the underlying contract, pro forma invoice, and the like. Article 5. Documents versus goods, services, or performance. Banks deal with documents and not with goods, services, or performance to which the documents may relate. 1 থেকে 5 আর্টিকেল